My name is Ishneet Kaur. I'm originally from India, but right now I'm based out of Dubai, so I'm working for the Middle East economy. I'm working in Gulf International as of now, and I'm establishing e-commerce for FMCG brands like Johnson & Johnson, Henkel, and a couple of other brands in the GCC countries. GCC is Gulf Cooperation Council, which is an alliance of 6 countries in Arabian Peninsula, which is Bahrain, Qatar, Oman, Kuwait, UAE and Saudi Arabia. UAE is United Arab Emirates. What I'm trying to do is establish the e-commerce arm because e-commerce is just coming up in that economy right now. So the idea is to establish the e-commerce network and establish e-commerce as a channel itself. The Gulf region is very unique. So for example, in terms of smartphone penetration and internet penetration, it is at par or higher than the global average. The credit card penetration is also good, especially in UAE. But if you look at the payment online, majorly it's through COD, cash on delivery. Now this is actually equivalent to an emerging market like in India, where credit card penetration is less than 4%. And that's why most of the payment, 80%, is cash on delivery, whereas in a UAE it's more than 45%. Still, it's relying heavily on cash on delivery. One more very important part about UAE and this region is that mall is a part of the social fabric, because retail sector is a very important part of their economy, especially the service sector. So therefore, omni-channel becomes really, really important here. If you look at the other economies, you have bigger pure play players. Over there also pure play is coming in, but omni-channel becomes very, very important, to the extent that in 2017, which was the pivotal year in UAE, wherein Amazon came in this region for the first time, it acquired a company called Souk. And immediately Noon also came in, which was the homegrown venture, Noon.com, announced by Mr. Alabar. After launching Noon.com, a few months later, they announced that they're going to build a bigger mall, a mall bigger than even a Dubai mall, which is going to be integrated with Noon. So that is the level of omni-channel that we are talking about there. Well, what I'm learning is that if you look at an economy and on paper it looks good, doesn't mean that you can pull out the same tricks from your hat and things are going to work out. So for example, over here, what I'm seeing the behavior is that on the path to purchase, in terms of discovery, research, and finally purchase, if I compare a Middle East person, a person from UAE or KSA, so they're very high on the discovery part of the complete path to purchase. So discovery, they're very high compared to a matured economy like a UK. So people are discovering, they started to discover things online, even in terms of research. But the moment I come to the purchase part of the funnel, it's very less. For example, a 12% to a 47%. But even having said that, the basket size is higher. The dollar spent on average basket size is much higher. So people have the potential to spend. And one very important part is a lot of research is non-brand specific online. So it's important for you to be there, to be present, so that you don't lose out on this wave. And people are slowly, there's a shift that's happening in the behavior. People are going more and more, they're checking it online, but I believe it's an interesting phase right now because we're going through that shift, and it's important for us to be a part of the wave and lead the wave at that point. We are right now partnering with third-party retailers like an Amazon, and we do not have our own website as of now because I think it's important to be where people are going at the moment. And as a part of that, what happens is the event calendar changes as per the region. So for example, we have Eid events. We had 2 Eid. So there's Eid event, there was a Ramadan event, and the whole look and feel of the website and the offers that you give, the products that you select, that varies. So for Ramadan, I'll give you an example. Hygiene becomes very important. In J&J, we have a women hygiene product called Carefree. So I would rather give offers on such selected products. And even in terms of the products that I introduce, for example, Listerine has a new variant in the Middle East, which is not there in the rest of the world, the Miswak variant. Because Miswak, again, is a very important part of the culture. They use it for teeth cleansing. So such changes, such minor changes are done along the way. I think the best regions to expand into in MENA, which is Middle East North Africa cluster, would be, for example, a KSA, which is Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And the reason why people are going to KSA is because of the population size. The economy has just opened up, people have started going in, so all the brands are slowly going towards that side. And the next would be Africa again, because of the huge potential there and the untapped economy that it is. Oh, India is very unique because it's fragmented, and the fact that it has so many cultures staying together in different parts. So every part of the, for example, if I go to North India, South India, and even different states and different cities, they have a different flavor to it. So the idea was metros was becoming crowded. Everyone was targeting the metro cities where a working population, a lot of those live, but most of the population resides in tier 2, 3 cities in rural areas, which was untapped, which is where there was comparatively very less internet penetration. E-commerce penetration was not there. So the idea was to tap this untapped market. So what I started doing was researching on how to get these customers online who are not comfortable with online and they don't trust you, because in a tier 2 city, what happens is it's a smaller city. People going outside and shopping is what they love to do. It's a way to get out of the house. It's a day out for them. They go with their family, they eat outside, and they know that mom and pop shop store, retailer. So they have a relation with that person, they trust him, and that person also trusts them. So for them, the variety that we offer doesn't matter, because for him, that is the variety on the shop. For him, the bigger concern is the trust and the fact that he's enjoying with his family. So how do I make him shop on an e-commerce website? So what turned out was, after doing a lot of user research, we came up with an assisted buying model. And the model was that the store shop owner, the mom and pop shop owner, our partner, an affiliate partner. So what he gets is, he gets our complete product listings without any extra capital invested from his side. Any new person comes in, a customer comes in his shop, and he doesn't have that variety, he can just make them shop on Flipkart. Flipkart is the pioneer in the e-commerce industry in India, and he will get a commission out of it because he's our affiliate partner. The customer gets logged on to Flipkart because he trusts this guy, he finally has a face to this website, and also this shopkeeper is helping him. So he's getting over his hitch of how to use this, the internet issues, etc. And the product gets delivered at the shopkeepers. So we are also dealing with the logistics in a much better way. Flipkart is an e-commerce website. It's just like in Amazon, where you have a lot of products. You can just buy any product under the umbrella over there, be it electronics, fashion, be it household items, and they've now entered into grocery as well. So it's just everything under the umbrella. You can just buy them online. For the companies expanding into India, first of all, they need to know the economy very well. India is not like any other economy, because as I said earlier, every area has a different flavor to it. So to relate to them in the way wherein you understand what are the festivals that are important to them, which days are important, how do we tap onto those, and also how to expand into these regions. As I said, for example, a metro would be easier because in terms of internet penetration, smartphone, people have the internet, people know how to use it. But the more and more I go into tier 2, 3 cities and villages, the equation changes. 1 or 2 years back, a few years when Geo came into the picture, the internet penetration issue has been solved to quite a lot in the tier 2, 3 cities and even villages. But to get them online, to get over their perceptions of the trust and the fact that they love offline shopping, how do we still get them online? Overall, I would say Amazon, wherever it enters, it eventually grows the market. So it's not about a competitor, it's more about increasing the market share overall. That happened in India as well, and right now, for example, this was our first Prime Day in the UAE for Amazon. So I think my hopes are the fact that now Amazon is there, people are getting more excited about it, people are getting more drawn towards, there's an increased traction, and there's going to be an overall increase in the market. As the future of e-commerce, my vision is that everyone shops on e-commerce first. They are looking at things e-commerce and they eventually shop. So from the path to purchase point of view, they are high on research and discovery. I want them to increase on the purchase part of it as well. For all the people who want to start, be it an e-commerce business or any business of their own, or even if not a business, they have that entrepreneurial spirit in them. This quote actually keeps me driving at least. It's easy to touch the stars, but difficult to get started. Now that we have the start, stars are not far off.